Hi, you're on the Movie Girl channel. Today you'll see Australian director Tim Egan's controversial short film, Curve. The director admitted that he was inspired by the story of a friend who suffered from depression. Only in her dreams was she at peace. When she woke up, all she felt was pain, which was like a tantalizing abyss, and her only task was to stay on the edge. The film takes us to an unconscious woman. She doesn't even know she's trapped. All around her is a dark ocean and crashing waves. The woman wakes up but quickly regains consciousness. The girl finds herself on the curve of a strange surface built in the middle of the ocean. Her leg is twisted in an awkward position, and all she can see below is a dark and deep abyss. The girl makes an awkward movement and begins to slide down, but she clings to the concrete with her fingers and manages to slow her fall at the cost of scraped fingernails. She doesn't know what this place is. There is no entrance or exit, only a dark, overcast sky above her. The girl can only keep from falling by leaning her whole body against the curve. She looks into the abyss beneath her feet, but there is no bottom in sight. Just a dark, frightening void. The girl cries out in fear, but no one comes to help her. She has to get out by herself. The girl wants to turn around to face the wall and begins to slowly move her arm. She pushes harder with her free leg, but loses her footing and slips. With her fingers on the concrete, she manages to stop her fall at the very edge of the wall. The attempt ended with only scrapes on her hands. Now her palms are soaked in blood, leaving marks on the concrete. She clenched her teeth in pain, but she couldn't despair now. The girl is hanging on the edge of the wall. With careful movements, she manages to lift herself up, then a little more and back to her original position. Suddenly, she notices bloody prints on the opposite wall. Someone had been here in the same position. But where did he escape to? The girl tries not to think about it and just blows on her shattered arms. But her gaze is drawn back to the handprints. Drops of blood dripping from the curve suggest that the unknown man slipped into the abyss. At the last moment, the man tried to grab the ledge, but only left prints on the very edge. The concrete under the girl's hands is already wet with blood. She can't get any higher. Her palms are slippery now. She raises her bloody hand to the sky and notices a fallen drop. The echoes of thunder can be heard in the distance. Soon, it begins to rain. The girl presses herself against the surface to keep the concrete dry. But the water runs down her arms and clothes. Then she begins to slip on the wet surface. The girl cries out in desperation. But then she remembers her necklace and wraps it around her hand to get a firmer grip on the concrete. But her fingers slowly slip away. In the next shot, the curve is empty. The rain has already washed away the bloody traces, the only reminder of the girl's tragedy. The author doesn't explain who this girl is or how she ended up here. This film is symbolic and may represent our whole life. We don't always understand why we are here and why we struggle, but you always have a choice. Struggle elevates us and leads to possible freedom. It is easier to give up, but despair only leads to the abyss. We must always believe in ourselves, and everyone must go their own way, no matter what. Click the like button if you agree.